Through these halls, where lovers get lost and lust consumes the wicked, a place where reality collides with fantasy, in the pages where romance is second to none. Welcome to the Lover's Library.
But they had really good fried rice. Like, they was like garlic buttered up.
Yes.
It was yummy, delicious. So, but we were talking about how the kids freak out whenever they go there because the
I freak out.
fire.
It's scary.
And every time I go, because I usually have my hair really big and curly and it has product in it, so it just attracts heat.
Fire hazard.
I'm
Yeah,
2
on
inches
your
away
head.
from something that if I put my hand
Right.
down, it will burn the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes if your plates are up close to the edge, they get hot.
Yeah.
And
But I
have you
love
guys
it.
been to Who Hot?
A long
When they're
time
doing
ago.
all the flippy stuff with the spatulas, I'm like, please don't get any close to me. It scares me.
I get anxiety because I'm worried that I'm going to pick the wrong things and my food's going to be nasty and it's my fault.
I just feel like, how are you allowed to eat there? Because if you have any kind of allergy,
Oh, yeah. Everything's cross-contaminated.
you're 100%
You probably
like
can't
gonna
eat there.
die. I have an allergy
That
to
is
food.
not true.
Sydney
We
has an allergy to
We have
food.
sensitivities.
We're all lactose intolerant.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm intolerant to everything.
Same.
Welcome.
Oh,
Welcome
I forgot we were
to
doing
our
the podcast.
podcast.
It was a cold open, guys. I totally forgot we were doing the podcast. Welcome to the Lover's Library podcast.
Lover's Library.
Carly.
I'm Sydney,
And I'm Zoe.
and we love you.
We hope you love us.
So this episode is just y'all getting to know us more, just us chit-chatting, and it's not going to be as wild as our other couch conversations, like sporadic, hopefully.
We have some structure.
We do. So actually, I went on Pinterest and I looked at some questions, and they were actually dating questions.
Oh.
Sydney, what are you trying to do?
Make Zoe as uncomfortable as possible.
Or as comfortable as possible. I don't know.
Oh my.
So here we go. I just have a few, and there was some parts of like the Love Wager and even the last book that we reviewed, Love in the Time of Serial Killers, that I like had a thought about, and I wanted to hear you guys' thoughts about it.
Okay.
All right. So here is and then your who is it?
My wax girl, Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea.
She's a listener. She texts me after she listens to the episodes, and
Which is awesome.
she's so great.
I love that.
I love it.
She had some questions too, so I'm gonna incorporate that in the ones that I ask you guys. Alrighty?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Is that good?
Our producer is the worst.
Why
did you do that?
Yeah. Go.
You would think that by now he would understand
We
that
got
we
you.
are
I got you.
so easily distracted. And he'll like look at us in the middle of recording and we're all like, what did we do? And like right now he just did that and we were all like, what? What happened?
I thought we were gonna have to pause for a second.
Yeah.
So actually, here's a reminder for everybody out there that listens or is in our book club or is on our Instagram. You can always ask us any questions in any of our DMs, under any of our posts, and we'll gather those. And for one of our couch conversations, we'll bring those up as well. So we love to hear from you guys. All right. So the question I have, and this is from Chelsea: what book brought you out of a book slump?
The Love Wager.
The Love Wager, the last one that we did.
Yes, and I mean, we've been reading so many books, but I feel like I've just been in this thing where I'm like trying to rush and read it as fast as I can that I can barely enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that was a good book.
It really was.
Man,
I loved
such
it. Oh, you know what?
What?
I noticed that the last book we actually read, Love in the Time of Serial Killers, they
Mhm.
reference Pride and Prejudice too.
Yeah.
I love that.
They did it in like all the books.
Because it's just a solid book, Do you have an answer?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I read every genre, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on a big serial killer, murder mystery, thriller kind of
Mm-hmm.
kick. And the one that I was reading was
She has her bookshelf right behind us, so she's looking at it. Which one was it?
okay. The Cuckoo's Calling
The
by
Cuckoo's
Robert
Calling.
Galbraith, which is J.K. Rowling.
What?
She goes by another name?
It's her pseudonym or whatever. It's another name.
What?
Yeah. And
Dun,
so
dun,
she wrote
dun.
that, and it's like more of an adult book, not a young adult book.
Right.
It's a
Like Harry
adult
Potter.
book, yeah. But they're very good books, but they're very big, and she's a little long-winded in them. And so I was reading those and going through them. There's like 4 or 5, I can't remember. But I was burnt out by the time I finished the most recent one. That I think there's one more that I haven't read.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I was burnt out. And so then I started reading some romance novels because it had been a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Things We Hide from the Light, Things We Never Got Over. Those 2 books by Lucy
Colleen
Score.
Hoover. No.
I was gonna say
JK.
Yeah, those are
They
Lucy
sound like her.
Score. Those are Lucy Score. But then after I read those, I was like, that is so good. And then I read the 2 Colleen Hoover ones. It starts with us, it ends with us.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It ends with us. And then
I read
starts with us.
it ends with us, but I haven't read It Starts With Us yet.
Mm-hmm. Those were really good.
Alrighty.
Easy
So-
reads.
I love a good easy read too. For me, okay. So on Kindle Unlimited, which is like a subscription that you can do through Kindle,
I love
where
it.
you can basically borrow books and then return them and then borrow and borrow and borrow up to like 10 books. And so a lot of the times, because I am like a strictly romance, I don't really like to go outside of the genre just because I really enjoy the romance genre. And I don't have time to read other types of books. But with Kindle Unlimited, because there's such a vast amount of books, it's really like hard to find like one that you really, really want to read and will have time to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get in Kindle Unlimited slumps a lot of the time. And one that got me out was The Spanish Love Deception.
Oh, I loved
which
that.
I just
On my nightstand.
I actually read it because Sydney gave me her copy.
Did you love it?
Yes, I did.
It was so good. It's Enemies to Lovers Office Romance. And it's a good one. And then I found this author quite a bit ago. Her name is A.R. Williams, and she has a small series. And the first one is called Coming Home. And it was like really, I don't know what it was about this book. It's not him. It's a woman for sure. Yeah,
There's a very large black man.
Yeah.
I would love to read a
she's black,
romance
but-
novel by him.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Hey, maybe it'd be good.
I know, it'd be interesting.
Okay. Oh, the first one is the best friends one. And then like she has this small series, and I think the first one is called Coming Home. And the next one is called Queen Bee and the Cowboy.
The Marriage Bargain.
Oh, and they're like, she is actually a really good writer. And I feel like she's relatively new. But I really enjoyed her
She
books.
has a lot of books.
Yeah. And I think I've only read Queen Bee and the Cowboy, Coming Home, and The Best Friends.
Wait. Cowboy romance.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Oh,
It was really good. I was surprised.
Okay,
talked
you got
about-
me. I'm on board.
Yep, we talked about cowboys.
I love a cowboy romance.
I love cowboys.
Oh, do you want me to describe it? Yeah. So like so there's a subgenre in in romance or in contemporary where it's like BWWM, and that means like interracial kind of relationships, and it can be like BWAM
Oh, okay.
or any of those kind of
So black woman, white male.
or
Or man.
Asian man or
Okay,
African man. I don't know.
that's cool.
So I like that romance has gotten really diverse.
Yeah.
From the first time I started reading it.
Because you
Until
want
now.
to be able to relate to the book.
Yes.
And they're having so many books that are so stereotypical, just like your plain cookie cutter,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and it's so hard that I can't be a vampire.
right? Why am I not
Why
a fairy?
can't you just be an alien?
Why am I not a fairy yet?
Right. So I do appreciate that there are romance authors that are willing to dive into different
I love it.
diversities
Yeah, definitely.
and make it and like plus size and like this like different disabilities. Like there's a few books that are like the main character is like autistic and
Ooh.
Isn't that like the love hypothesis?
Yeah, I think she
I
is.
haven't read that one yet, but I think she is.
or somebody in the book is autistic.
Yeah.
That one has caught my eye so many times.
I know, I
want to read
it.
Because Penny Reed has
What?
she's got a book. I think she has one called The Love Hypothesis or The Hypothesis. It's a series.
Ugh,
But anyways,
don't get me started.
moving on.
So those are books that got us out of a slump. So if you ever need a recommendation, there you go.
We have lots.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we could probably go on and on. All
Just
right.
read something by Penny Reed. You'll be fine.
What is that one book or movie you would read or watch over and over again or for the first time? What is the one book? What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Well, right now I am reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, the series. They are so good. But if I had to read one of them over to experience it again, and I couldn't read the whole series, because the series would be that would be my pick to read all of them again. But if I could only read one of them again, it would be A Court of Wings and Ruin. It was so good.
What
is that the second
Or
one?
A Court
Third one?
of Mist and Fury.
Just any of them.
What is
Yeah.
the order?
So A Court of Thorns and Roses is the first one. And then it goes A Court of Mist and Fury. And then A Court of Wings and Ruin. And then
Frost and
A Court
Starlight?
of Frost and Starlight, which that's the one I just finished, and I'm about to start A Court of Silver Flames.
So there's 5 in the series?
Dang girl, you read
Mhm.
those quick.
Yeah.
And they're big.
yeah,
They're huge.
they're thick.
But I would definitely say
With 2 C's.
the first one starts a little slow, but it's good. The second one, it's even better. And the third one it has its slow moment, but then it gets going, and there's some big moments in that book, and had me in my feels.
That one's on my list.
So good.
Oh,
That's my choice.
Yeah. What do you got,
So
Zoe?
for movie, it would be Pride and Prejudice.
Which one?
The
2005?
Keira
Keira
Knightley.
I didn't know we were picking movies.
You can
She said
either
in
one.
the question.
Oh, okay. I'll put that in my.
you can go again too.
No, you can't.
Finish yours, and then I'll tell you my movie.
Okay. My movie is the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice because that's like my comfort movie. It gets me in my feels and I love it so much. But I also would say The Holiday with Jack Black and Cameron Diaz.
I need to watch that.
'Cause I love that. I watch it all the time, even when it's not Christmas, because it makes me happy. But my book, this is kind of cheesy. It's a book that I read in middle school, and I'm pretty sure that I love it. And I still have the same book on my bookshelf from middle school, but I haven't read it since then.
You're gonna reread it and be like, "This book sucks."
Right? Okay, that's my fear. So I don't know if I want to reread it.
What book is it?
It's called 20 Boys Summer,
20 Boys Summer.
Oh.
and I don't even know who it's by.
Oh.
Our producer sucks.
Yeah, come on, producer. Jeez.
He's supposed to be looking this up. He likes to type us messages to get us all distracted, but when we actually need him to do something, he's looking at his phone.
Ah.
I'll tell you my movie
Go ahead.
Yes.
real quick. Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
Oh, that's a really good one.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe
You
I have. I
should.
just don't know.
Good. It would either be that or I really loved the To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Me too.
I loved those.
I made my niece watch them with me the other day.
I would like to re-experience those. I watch them all the time. Okay, so your book 20 Boys Summer is by
Sarah Auckler.
Yeah.
Sarah Auckler.
Okla.
Auckler. Cool. I'll have to look that up.
All right. My
It's
book.
definitely like
Yeah.
YA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Go
I love a
ahead.
good YA.
Okay, this is a book I read when I was like maybe 11, 12. But it has stuck the test of time. I haven't read it in a
How
long
do you
time.
remember that?
Cuz it was like a little
That
mini
good.
series.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so it's called, the first book is called, well, hold on. I had it ready and then I didn't have it ready. It's by Maud Hart Lovelace. And I think Betsy as a freshman is the first of the book. And it's like so it begins with this group of girls called Betsy and Tacy. And they're like two girls in elementary school, and then Betsy goes to high school. And it's set like old, like 1940s era. But you get to go from freshman year to sophomore year to junior year to senior year. And she meets this boy named Joe. And there's this Betsy and Joe book. And then there's another book at the very, like, after they've left and they've gotten married. And it's like them.
So you get to see like the whole
Spoilers.
thing.
Yeah, like her whole like
I
high
love
school and marriage.
Aw.
So it was like if I could reread that and experience that again, I feel like I would
That's the
like
one.
take me back. And then this is gonna be a weird
Are
one.
you gonna cry?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There's
I thought for a second you were getting a little teary.
my
eyed.
God,
I was like, man, that book must have been killer.
it was really good. Okay, this is gonna be a really, really weird movie. You're not gonna expect it at all.
Okay.
But okay, so
the Jack Frost movie with
Rush
the little
Hour.
Guardian guy.
no. All right, camera producer, are you ready for this? Okay,
Do it. Do it.
it's the Muppet Pirate movie.
Absolutely not. No.
What the hell?
The
But I
Muppets
mean-
haunt my dreams.
Yes, I think it's Muppet Pirate Island. I think
That's funny.
Can I have an image of it?
Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah. Yes. It was such
No. It wasn't. Whatever you think, it was not.
Oh my
that
God.
or the Christmas one. It was.
the Muppets still? Ew.
They're
They were
so creepy.
good. They were so good. I just like the rat guy. He's
There's
the
something
rat.
wrong with you.
The Christmas Carol, the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I really enjoyed the Muppets. I love them.
Oh, God.
And if I could rewatch those movies for the first time, I feel like it would just feed a part of my soul a little bit. It was so good.
You know what? You know what's wrong? It's because you haven't seen 10 Things I Hate About You.
Probably.
It's so
It's
good.
one of my favorite
It's so
Shakespeare
good.
plays, Taming of the Shrew.
Maybe that would have been your choice if you had seen it, but no, you're stuck in Muppet Land.
There is okay.
Yeah,
so
for
there's two movies that I really love. So there's Taming of the Shrew, and I think Elizabeth Taylor is Catherine in that movie. But it's like old. And then there's a like 1930 version of Pride and Prejudice. Pride and
Ooh.
Prejudice.
Prejudice?
Prejudice.
Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. And it is like really, they have like full skirts and like it's almost like exactly
I
how
want
it
to
would
dress
be.
like that.
Me
Oh,
too.
it was so amazing. When I was in Budapest one time, I had it downloaded on my phone and I just watched that for hours
No,
while I was
I love
stuck
that.
in a snowstorm. It was fun.
sounds like a good story.
Yeah, it was a wild
Remember that
time.
one time I was stuck in a snowstorm in Budapest?
I wasn't hungry. And I was like, what? We were stuck in the airport
You're
for
so
like
cool.
14
And then
hours.
she fell in love.
I didn't. I almost
But that
did.
would be a good story.
With one of our tour guide kind of guys.
That's the best.
Oh.
Oh, I just watched a movie on Netflix about that.
He was actually
Don't remember what it was called.
he was actually in so there's like a film of these four college guys that go to Europe for like this it's like a Christian movie or something, but it's like a docu-series of them, and I don't know what it's called though, and he was in the movie.
Well, you need to find it so we can see a picture of this.
I
man.
forget what it's called though. I don't know exactly what it's called. I would have to look it up, but it was really good, and he's a handsome guy, but he was way older than me, so that would have been weird.
Age gap.
Yeah, and we obviously know
That
I'm not an
makes the
age gap
story
really.
even better. You're stuck in a snowstorm in Budapest. You fall in love with the travel guide, and there's an age gap.
See, I've had
We
so
could write
many
a book.
opportunities to fall in love, but here we are. What is this movie? The Tourist Guide to Love?
You should watch it. That's the one I was
I don't
talking
have
about.
Netflix anymore. I got kicked off.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I'll just have to go to my parents' house and watch Netflix.
It's really cute. I liked it a lot.
Aw, I love it.
That's funny.
And I can't buy it on Amazon either, probably because it's a Netflix original.
Lame.
Yeah, probably not. Sorry.
All
You
right.
can come over and we'll all watch it here.
Ooh, yeah.
Not that I live here.
All right, here we go. Your next question.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So sorry. Well, this just ties into the movie one, so I wanted to
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
pitch in. What is a TV show besides New Girl that you have watched more than once?
Psych.
I love Psych. I'm
That's-
rewatching it right now.
I think I have watched Psych at least 20 times full.
It's
Like
so good.
all 8 seasons. Every single episode at least 20 times. I started it in like high school when I was like maybe 15, 16.
I love it so
and I have
much.
watched it almost.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah, exactly. And when y'all have a pineapple thing in your house, like the key holder.
Yes.
And every time I want to yell pineapple,
Mm-hmm.
because in
Aw.
every episode there is a hidden pineapple, and it's like kind of the lore of the show, and you have to find the pineapple.
Sometimes I
That was
can't.
mine from our house when I was growing up.
Aw.
We hung all our keys on it, and my mom moved it from house to house to house, and then she let me have it.
I love that. That's
Shout
really
out
nice.
I
moms.
hate your question, and I hate your rules.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't be
Because
New Girl. Nope.
I have not watched any other series more than once, but I've watched New Girl like 3 times. I think I'm on my 4th time right now.
Okay, let her
Any
have
series ever?
No,
Okay, well, what's your second choice series?
that I
it. That you've almost watched all the way through.
no.
Criminal Minds, nothing like that.
I love
No.
Criminal Minds.
Mm.
I mean, I've watched
And
series,
NCIS.
but I've not one that I would rewatch. Like I really liked. Yeah, I watched a lot of Bones.
I love Bones.
Yeah.
That's what I
Blacklist
wanted
is
to
really
be.
good.
Blacklist. I did watch
That was a good one.
Blacklist. I've watched all of Grey's Anatomy.
Hard Knocks.
Adam and I watch Hard Knocks together.
Is that a show?
Yeah, it's a football.
Oh.
Oh,
Hard
They follow a
Knock Life.
team. It's actually really good.
The Replacements?
I'm
Is
not
that
a
what you're talking about?
It's Hard Knocks is an HBO show, and they follow a football team every year, and it's actually really good. But New Girl is the best show ever.
Okay, fine. I'll give it to you.
I will say there's like other comfort shows besides Psych, and you maybe should have even said like not ones that we have watched religiously, because like I have other shows like British BBC shows that I've watched like several times. Like there's Rosemary and Thyme, which is like a murder mystery kind of thing, or Poirot, which is an Agatha Christie show. That was really, really good.
You're so fancy.
I know, she's the
Mine
English girly.
is. Sorry, I'm just
Sherlock
gonna
is really good too.
go ahead and
I
just
didn't
pop
watch
in here.
You didn't watch it?
Mm-mm. What's yours?
Which one?
Sherlock
Which one?
with Benedict Cumberbatch.
I love him.
Oh,
He is hot.
that's a shame.
So anywho, mine is One Tree Hill. I love it.
I never watched that show actually.
I love it. I love everything about it.
Did you watch Gilmore Girls?
It was
My
a little too
sister
cringy
liked
for
it.
me, and Rory was a spoiled little brat. No offense.
I didn't watch it. I tried to watch it because I'm obsessed with Morbid, the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and they talk about it all the time. And I was like, I like almost everything that they like, and I tried to watch Gilmore Girls, and I couldn't do it. But I think it was
started
more
too.
of that it's an old show, and you can tell it was recorded like
Yeah,
10 plus years ago.
Right.
has a laugh track.
Whereas New Girl, you watch it and it still looks,
That's
Good.
true.
It's relevant.
yeah.
Parks and Rec. Did y'all ever get into Parks and Rec?
Yeah, I thought it was
Mhm.
funny.
Office.
No.
Not really.
Whoa.
I think my family hyped it up too much that I was just like, please stop
Okay.
talking.
The seasons with Michael are the best. The seasons without Michael are not. And the final episode is one of the best episodes, I will say, in my opinion, if you're going to watch it.
Are you
I'm not
guys
gonna
ready
watch it.
for
Oh, that's so
my
sad.
next question?
All right, yeah, next question.
What is a book that you thought was good, but you never want to read it again?
Okay.
Haunting Adeline.
That's on my list to read.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yep.
know. I don't
It was
think
good, but
have.
I don't need to read it again.
What do you got, Zoe? I have to think about
I
that
read
one for a
this
second.
book in high school called Heart to Heart, and it almost
Heart to
made me
heart.
not want to be an organ donor because it freaked me out.
Oh, we've talked about that.
Yes, I hate it.
I'm trying to think of one. I don't think I actually have a I mean, I probably do have a book. Like, there are some books that I have not finished because I was like cringing.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate not finishing books, like leaving them on 30% read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I just, there's like some that the plot doesn't have any substance at all.
Girl, I read a book one time and I read in like 2 hours because it was so like just awful in my gut.
Yeah.
And I was like, this book has to get better. And everything just kept getting worse. And I was like, no, I hate it so much.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend that one. It was called Knock Knock. I don't know who it was by, but it was this author who went to a cabin so she could have alone time and finish her book.
Mm-hmm.
And these 4 inmates escaped from prison and went to her cabin.
Yeah.
And I was like, there has to be some way that this book gets better. And it didn't. Ever.
Jeez.
It messed me up for like 2 weeks.
One of the Natasha Preston books. I can't remember which one it is, but it does not have a good ending.
God.
And then
Is there a second book to build it back up?
No. And she said she's not writing one. I was like, whoa,
How dare you,
that was
Natasha?
terrible.
I kind of like the ones that end like that, but as long as
I need closure.
This was
Yeah.
not a good ending.
Okay.
There are some like, okay, I try to dip my toe in different subgenres in romance. Like there's like alien ones or like the like he's a
Get
wolf.
in, losers, we're doing
The transformation
butt stuff.
ones. And I can't finish those books. It's just there's like too many things happening.
I saw one on
too many
Instagram the other day.
strings or stuff.
So
They're
you're
just like
against probing?
ugh. I mean it was a lot. It's just like
I've never read an alien
there was
book,
too
but-
many mechanics happening and I couldn't wrap my mind around it. I was like,
I saw this one fan art on Instagram, and at first I was like, what is that? Is that like a animated plant? And I kind of had to like squint and turn my phone a little bit, and I was like, oh, those are 2 people intertwined, and that is a gigantic penis.
Okay.
But they were all green, and I was confused, and there was like a flower on it. I don't know.
Green. There's a flower.
Okay.
Oh my
What
gosh.
book are you reading right now that is not from the Lover's Library?
I'm about to start
Oh yeah,
A Court of Silver Flames. Is that what it was?
something like
The
that.
last
Mhm.
Akatar book.
Yeah, stargazing.
No, I read that.
Oh,
The Star
Starlight.
oh.
Yeah.
I try to give myself time to focus on this book. So I guess our book club books. So the next books I'm gonna be reading are for school. So
Same.
I know.
Well, we
Not
have
fun.
some good ones coming up,
Yeah.
so they're going to be enjoyable too.
Right
If I find
now,
one, I'll let you know.
right now I'm reading this little series that the first one's called Bait and Witch,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is called The 7-Year Witch. And so it's like a play on words with witch,
Right.
and they're all witches. It's cute. I like it. It's more of those like you would see a little old lady at home with her cats reading them, those kind of books. They're even the shorter ones, you know. I like it. It's cute. It's a very good way to just let my mind take a break,
Yeah.
because I love
For
reading
sure.
the Lover's Library books, but every once in a
Mhm.
while I feel like, oh God, I have to get this done.
Yeah.
Like this last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so these little books I'm reading are easy and fun.
Yeah. Sometimes for the book club, it almost seems like a job. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it would be nice to kind of be a part of just the book club to where it wasn't like on us to actually have to finish the book. Like, we had the actual option, like, we can skip this
Today was
month.
rough.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell ya. And hey, we appreciate if y'all even open one of the books that we,
And we're
offer you
sorry if
guys.
it's terrible.
yeah, just power through it with us.
We've only had a
'cause-
couple that we didn't like, so
Yeah. But
We're doing pretty good.
We've gotten some really good ones too.
Yeah.
So we, again, guys, and you probably know this, we appreciate any and all of the things.
That actually is a good segue for my next question,
All right.
which is, what is your favorite Lover's Library book pick so far?
Love Wager.
by
That
a thread.
really,
I loved that book.
it was really good.
I like it. I would say The Love Wager,
I'm gonna say that's.
But
my
I
top.
also really liked Finley Donovan, but we didn't podcast that one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
that was a good one.
I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It threw me. I appreciated that it wasn't like super super romantic.
Mhm.
It was more of the
I wish there was more.
yeah. And she has like
It
Is
didn't
there two
happen
more?
until the very end of the book, and then she didn't even tell us about it.
yeah.
I know,
It's like
but I did
rude.
buy the second book of it. I
Me
just haven't
too.
read it yet.
Finley Donovan is killing it.
It was a good one. All right, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
All right. So this one kind of goes to the book that we read, Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Serial Killers?
I've heard it both
Seminoles?
ways.
Serial Killers. All right. And it was in a conversation between Connor and Phoebe. And so the question is, how would you like to be proposed to? Was it different from how you were actually proposed to? And did you have a specific ideal of how you wanted to be proposed to? Boom. That's the question.
What did
That's
she say?
hard.
She just wanted to know that they loved her.
Mhm.
That was a really cute answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
do
in
like that.
reality, since I have not ever been proposed to, well, I did actually. I have been proposed to.
What?
You're gonna laugh. In second grade.
Oh, okay. I was like, where is the tea?
But let me tell you, the way I rejected this boy, oh, it was, oh man, I've been rejecting
course.
people for a very long time. But he had a candy ring, like a ring pop, and we were in the middle of like class, and the lights, like the projector was on, you know.
Beautiful.
And we were in the back, and we had like 4 desks that were all pointing to each other, and he was sitting right beside me. And I did not like this kid at all because he had pushed me when we were coming back to line up at the playground, and he pushed me. He made me scrape my leg, and I almost fought this kid. And I don't
You should
fight.
have.
I was like crying in front of
nice.
everybody, and I was so mad. His name was Cornelius, and
Cornelius, you little shit.
oh my gosh, he was. So thank you for saying that. Just validated my feelings.
I got you. Don't worry.
But he like looked at me and he was like, pushed the ring over and he was like, "Do you want to marry me?" It's like, absolutely not.
You didn't even take the ring?
You should have smashed it and broke it into a million pieces so he
And I
couldn't
just-
even eat the ring.
And I pushed it away and I was just like back at my work and he was like, I can hear him crying. beside
Good.
me.
He deserved
I
that.
hated him.
That's funny.
So,
I always hate when people are like, "Oh, this boy pulled my hair. Oh, he just likes you." No, pull his hair.
yeah, I wanted to punch him. My parents were very proud that I didn't do anything, and my brother was at the same school, so I could have just asked Brennan to do
That's
something.
why I would have been like,
That's funny.
"Get this one right here."
All right, so back to the not my second grade story. You guys have actually been proposed to because you're both married.
What?
Was it
I,
different than what you expect or wanted or whatever?
I wish I wasn't such a brat.
What happened?
So
Uh-oh.
it was like a random middle of the week day. I can't even remember. It was a weekday, and it was hot outside.
Oh, Thursday or Wednesday.
And Adam was like, "Let's go to dinner," and I was like,
You picked it when it was hot?
"Okay." And then he's like,
just
"Let's
loved
go
her.
to Abuelo's," and I was like, at the time, I was like, "That's fancy.
Yeah, that's fancy.
I don't want to." I was like, "I'm gonna have to dress up and like look cute." I was like, "I don't want," and then I was like complaining and whining the whole time about having to like put on clothes and dress cute and blah 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 blah. And then finally we go, and he's like dying because he's like, "I'm gonna freaking ask you to marry me. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be good, I swear." And then we went and had dinner, and then afterwards it was the one in Waterfront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then he's like, "Do you want to go walk around by the water?" Which was like
Adorable.
weird.
Yeah.
It was adorable, but it was like not our normal. But I still didn't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah.
And then
Oblivious.
he there was like people around, and so he got nervous. But I didn't know. You took us to a weird like off to the side by itself.
It's
And then
weird now.
And then he said, "Do you want to go to Coldstone to celebrate?" And I was like, "Celebrate what?" And then he got down on one knee and proposed
Oh my god.
Yes, always cold
And you
stone.
said
to me. And I like was like, "Yes! Oh my god!" And then I panicked, and I was like, "People are looking at us." And then we both like sat down, and he gave me my ring, and it was really pretty.
Did you go to Cold Stone?
Oh no,
right,
he's
that's
right.
the most important part.
I asked him if he was sure or if he was being serious because we had been together for like 3 years at this point.
So,
5. 5 years.
So he's pretty sure.
And I had been like dropping the hint or like being like, when are we ever going to get married? Like, are we going
Right.
to get married? Are you going to propose to me? And I didn't know he had already gotten a ring and everything.
Aww.
But yeah,
just
so
waiting
that,
like Connor.
I wanted to make sure he was asking because he wanted to ask, not because I was
Wow.
Right.
being a little brat. Like I
Right.
said, I told you I was being a brat. And then he's like, do you love it? It's the one you wanted.
Oh.
And I was like, it's really pretty.
It's not the one you
It
wanted.
wasn't the one that I
No.
wanted. And he was like, we're going right now. And so we went to the mall and we were able to find the one that I wanted. And they did a trade or whatever.
Adorable. Love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we were able to get it
I love that.
that same day.
How long were you engaged?
Ooh. Probably like a year, if that.
Nice.
Yeah. And now September will be 12 years.
12 years
My
together or
God.
married?
Married 12, together 17 years.
That's commitment.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, for real.
I've just been committed to life for 27 years. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's as much as my commitment
And I'm
goes.
hardly committed to life.
All right, Zoe, tell us your love story.
So I guess I don't know. I didn't really have a plan
Mm-hmm.
for like what I wanted
Motorcycle.
for
Sorry,
an
there's a
engagement,
motorcycle.
I guess.
coming
I
in
don't
the
know.
background.
But my engagement was super cute. I really liked it. So I sent Peyton a link to the ring I wanted. I was
Mhm.
like, hey, just in case you ever decide you want to marry me. And that was like 2 months in to our relationship.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
That's
we were going to Florida to Harry Potter World. What's it called? Universal Studios.
Mhm.
And Disney to
Mhm.
celebrate my niece's birthday. I think she was turning 5. And Peyton and I were going. Super fun.
Mm-hmm.
But he was being super weird the whole time. And when we were on the way, we were about to leave for the airport, he texts my sister and all of a sudden she says, oh, we need to turn around. Peyton forgot something. And then our friend that we were with says, oh, if you need anything, like I have stuff that
No.
you can borrow, because he didn't know and he's oblivious to everything, but we love him. Great guy. And it was just like the whole situation was really awkward. And so we turned around and he came out of the house with a toothbrush. And I was like, why did you need us to turn around for a toothbrush? We could have bought one. But so we get there and
Did he
whatever.
really? He had forgotten the ring.
Yeah, he forgot the ring.
Oh my gosh. You have one job.
Yeah, forgot the ring. I
They're
didn't-
in, both the guys are in the studio, so we can look at them.
It's really cute watching them when we're taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were both smiling. Like when I was telling my story, Adam was smiling. Peyton's over there with a little grin on his face.
Cheesing.
It was
But
super
the
cute.
whole time I was like, this man literally made us turn around and almost miss our flight for a toothbrush. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Now it's funny. So we get to Hogwarts and we're all excited, whatever. And we're walking around and my sister says, oh, let's stop and take a picture in front of the castle.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, the line's really short. We should get in line now for the
Right.
ride.
Just being logical.
Yes. And yes, I do. But
Peyton
at
just
this
said
point
that
in
she
time,
always wants to take pictures of everything at every time, all the time.
but
Except for
nobody
when
was
she's
in
about to be
line. And I've
proposed to.
never
Yeah.
ridden on this ride before. I'm so excited. I freaking love Hogwarts. I'm ready to go, you
Right.
know? And I'm like, fine. Okay, let's take a picture. And my sister, well, I was like, no, let's just go. And my sister was like, take a picture. And I was like, okay, let's take a picture, I guess. And so we're standing there and Peyton's hand is like not actually touching my back. He's just kind of being like awkward. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden he's getting down on his knees and he uses my full legal name. And I'm like, what's happening? I did not cry though. So that was really surprising for me.
Yeah.
I didn't cry either.
I think I was just panicked because there were so many people
I
around and
bawled
so
like a
many
baby
things
at
were
our wedding.
happening.
Really?
Mhm.
And the ring was
Are you showing us
actually
pictures?
inside of a Pokeball, which is like from Pokemon.
Oh.
So that was super
Aw,
cute.
He's got the video.
We're watching the video right now. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, but you did the hand thing
Yeah.
where you wave at your face.
Oh no! I immediately said,
That is so
"Are you sure?" And I sat down.
cute. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, at that
Aw.
point we were dating for 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. That's okay.
Wow. Yeah.
And we were planning to be engaged for a while, and then COVID happened, and we were engaged for a long while.
Yeah.
Our wedding got canceled a few times. Our guest list got cut in half, and then in half, and then in half again.
Yeah.
And a couple of my bridesmaids canceled, and
They didn't die, did they?
no, they just texted
It
me
was
like
COVID
4
time,
days
you don't know.
before. Yeah, for real.
Oh, that's a sensitive spot. This topic.
Yeah, but good time.
I love
That's
that.
cute.
All right. So here's what I would want to happen. Since it hasn't happened to me, this is what I want.
I need
we'll
all the
share this
details.
episode
Somebody
with
write
your
all this down.
Future fiance.
All right.
Well, before he proposes.
Yes.
So
Go
he
to
knows
this
what
link.
do.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's very simple. Nothing crazy. I don't want fireworks. I don't want the ocean. I just want to be proposed to in front, like at a museum. And if I could manipulate it to be in front of,
The Louvre.
no, in front of the Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, which is at the
Aw.
Museum of Art in New York, I think.
But what if it's the giant pop-up Van Gogh one where they have it like really big?
I'm okay with that. The experience.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, just gotta know that too.
Yeah.
Looking up all the dates.
I think it's at, the MoMA. And it's really small, so that'll be really weird. But that's my favorite painting of all time. And I love Vincent
Aw.
van Gogh. I went to Amsterdam a couple years ago. It was last year. And I went to his museum in Amsterdam. And it was amazing. And I was just like, if somebody proposed to me in front of one of his pieces of art, that would just make my entire life.
Yeah.
And so even if it's not a Van Gogh, it doesn't even have to be. I would just like to have the pictures at a museum.
I love
Even
that.
if we have to have it staged, you know? That's all I want. Because it's quiet, it's intimate,
Yeah.
the lighting is perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your pictures will automatically come out great.
I
And-
love. And
I know.
I love weddings so much.
Mhm.
I
And
cry
I'm
at
really
every
excited
wedding.
for a wedding that's coming up. And then I learned that there's no alcohol, and I'm kind of bummed about that.
I proposed to Adam once. I have it on video.
What? For
Mhm.
real? Before he proposed?
Mhm.
Did he reject you?
No, he got really excited and he teared up.
Are you serious?
No way.
I
The face he's giving
I
says
found
it's a no.
I had a Taco Bell packet sauce that said, "Will you marry me?" And he was in our bedroom folding laundry, and I went in and got down on one knee and handed him the sauce
Oh my
packet. And he went,
gosh.
"Oh my gosh!" Yes. I have that on video somewhere.
This is how you keep the relationship hot, you know what I mean? All right. So this kind of segues into another question. What is your definition of romance?
Oh my gosh.
Please don't ask me things like that. It makes me uncomfortable.
Or love? What is your definition of love? Because let me preface this or kind of push this to the love wager. So this is a conversation between Jack and Haley. Hallie? How do we say? Hal. It's Hallie.
Callie.
So Jack says, "What about your soulmate goals? If looking for the real genie appeared and granted you dating wish, what exactly would you want to find?" Haley says, Hallie, sorry, someone who likes me more than everyone else in the world. Jack says, likes? Isn't that bar a little low? She says, well, of course, love, but I want to spend forever with my favorite human, the person who cracks me up and gets me and likes the way I think. Romance is nice, but I want to be with the one person where if something happens to me, funny, awful, wonderful, I'm dying to tell them. Jack says, it sounds like you want to marry your best friend. She says, I literally do. Jack says, good luck. That's a tall order. She says, no taller than you complete me, dream lady. Jack says, somehow mine seems more possible. Hallie says, agree to disagree.
Yep.
I love that
nails
book
it.
so much.
That's a good book. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes me think of that Justin Bieber song where,
Justin Bieber.
what does he say?
I don't know.
Baby, baby, baby.
I hate everybody. I hate everybody here but you, or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
What song is that?
I have no
Adam?
idea.
You know what I'm talking
Is
about?
it the one where Ed Sheeran is in it too?
I think so.
I like that one.
They're at a party, but he hates everyone but her.
What a time.
But no, I agree with that. Like, I think, like love and romance is just like loving your person for who they are, like all parts of it, the good, bad, the ugly,
Mm-hmm.
and enjoying being around them. Like, Adam's my favorite person. I don't like a whole lot of people.
Adorable.
I like you guys, but like literally,
Appreciate
Adam doesn't ever do anything that like upsets me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
Sometimes Peyton puts wet towels on the bed and it makes me want to strangle him.
no,
on,
yeah,
Adam.
I don't
Come
know. Adam really doesn't do anything that like bothers me. But like the other day he was gonna go somewhere after work, and I was like, no, can you just come home? And he's like, why, do we have something going on? I was like, no, I just feel better when you're here.
Aww.
You know, like
And then he didn't come back. No, just kidding.
and then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go run this errand.
I'll see you in 30 minutes.
I need you here now.
My top love language is quality time.
Same.
So just spending time, and words of affirmation, acts of service, all that jazz.
All of
Everything.
them.
Gift giving.
Not really gifts.
I'm not a gift girl.
I like to give gifts, but I don't care to receive them as much.
I think people don't understand the gift giving too, though, because gift giving could be like, I was at the store and got you a
Yeah.
drink. Like that's gift. That's gift giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I just
just
thought of them. Yeah.
When I'm shopping, I'm thinking of, oh my gosh, my niece would love this, or just anything like that, because I like to get other people things. Not Peyton, because he's the worst person to shop for ever. His love language thing is like almost the same as mine, kind of the same order. His gifts is 0. My mom, who is a marriage and family psychologist, says she has never seen that ever, because it's not possible.
I'm 0 on physical touch.
0 on physical touch.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I know,
I
'cause
grab
I-
my leg all the time.
It's like I don't express love when giving hugs, and I don't feel love when I get hugs. Like
You are
it's
a
not
touchy
but-
person, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, but like for like children, I think it's a different thing. Like I can overwhelm them probably too much with the love that I give them, but I also know that my highest is time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's a form of my love, but I don't feel anything when somebody gives me a hug or anything like that.
I love hugging people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll allow it. I mean, it's not like I'm
I'll
just like, you
allow
can't
it.
touch me ever. And my mom is like, you're gonna marry somebody that's their top
That's
one.
always how it works.
Because my brother,
And
my little brother,
guarantee you,
oh.
it's gonna be different when that person hugs you.
Yeah, and I expect like
Mhm.
I'm almost expecting that because my little brother, his top is physical touch, and he's a hugger. And one thing that he asked for Christmas was a hug that wasn't initiated by him.
Aww.
So all of the siblings, we were all there, and he was like, "That's all I want for Christmas."
And you said, I'll allow it.
So yeah, this one time, and I did. I gave him a hug that he didn't have to initiate, and he just felt so great about it.
You
didn't
know
expect
what
it.
I want is I want for people like on my birthday or something to call me and leave me a voicemail
Mm-hmm.
that I can keep forever, because I have like a friend that died who I have a voicemail of him,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a voicemail of my brother calling me on the day before my birthday at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, hey, dude, happy birthday. And then at the end, he's like, oh, shit, sorry, wrong day. Haha, I'll call you tomorrow. And that's one of my favorite things ever. And if I'm just in a bad mood or a slump or something, sometimes I'll just listen to it because it's funny and it's sweet.
Yeah.
And I think people don't realize that, like, the little things matter a lot.
I love
You guys are
voicemails.
so much sweeter than me because I just really want to surprise like puppy or kitten.
I'm not.
I got
I don't
3
have the
for
budget
you.
for that.
Like if Adam ever surprised me with like an animal on my birthday, like legit 100% surprised me, I would bawl. I would be so
Aw.
happy. I'm like,
I
screw
don't.
the voicemail. I need an animal. I need a fuzzy animal.
Oh my God.
Do we have more
Wow.
questions?
All right. Let me do. Do you have any more? Because I have like one.
I do. I have a couple, but I had one that kind of tied into that.
Go ahead.
And it's just, what is a simple thing that someone can do that makes you happy? Because mine personally is handwritten notes. You can just write on a sticky note like, hey, I'm glad I got to see you. I missed you. And that will make my day 100% more than if you buy me a dozen roses and whatever.
Yeah.
I love that.
I wanna say I don't really know. Like, I feel like, okay, maybe going off of that, like if somebody wrote a note inside of the cover of a book, like if they were giving me a book and they were like, hey, I thought you would really enjoy this book. Or even like, I really love cards and I have a million
You're such an
cards.
old soul.
I am an old soul. I'm an old English show, obviously, because I changed my voice. But I love a good card. Like, I love to look back, like when I was like 16 and somebody saying that, you know, they thought I was gonna grow up into a wonderful person and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And I'm still working on that wonderful person
You're
kind
a
of thing.
wonderful
You are a
person.
wonderful person.
You know, the expectation. But I just feel like those things that I can keep forever and look at and be like, wow, that's what they saw in me then, and I'm kind of fulfilling that now. Like, wow. So I feel like a good card.
I love that.
And not just like, happy birthday, great, I hope you have a good year. I try to be really sentimental.
Here's
in
$5.
cards. Yeah.
You guys are so sentimental. I'm not. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, sometimes Adam surprises me and brings me home crumble cookies, and it makes me really happy.
I love crumble
As
cookies.
it should. The Galaxy Brownie one is my...
I just can't wait till Insomnia's open. I'm going to say that every podcast.
What's your next one?
Oh, I thought we were done.
Are
Okay. Okay, last one.
Okay, cool.
What is something that not too many people know about you?
Jeez Louise.
It's just a fun way to end the night.
I'm an oversharer. I have no secrets.
An open book,
I'm
as
an
some
open
would
book.
say.
I mean, there's one thing that I haven't announced yet to my family and friends, so I can't really announce that one yet.
Is it the thing?
Yeah.
It's the thing.
I
Oh.
can't announce that yet.
I love that. I love that we know.
Which I'll probably announce on the podcast here pretty soon when I do that. But I think maybe one thing is that I think I'm honestly an ambivert. Like, I am an extrovert for a lot of things. Like, I know how to move in a crowd, you know, and I love being around people. I genuinely get energy from them. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I've had to really tap into my introvertedness a little bit more just for my energy's sake, because of kind of what we do for work, or what I do for work is with childcare. So even before I was in this position I am now, I was a teacher in the classroom. So I had to be extroverted just for the kids. But like when I was able to like be by myself, I would like go get all of my energy by just being by myself. And maybe that was because I was overstimulated. But I think I have valued a lot of my time by myself as I've gotten older, and I've gotten way more energy to like recharge in order for me to be the best extrovert I can be. And so that when I'm back into my introverted self, I can be the best of me as well. So I think I've found a certain balance to it to be an ambivert more often than
I
not.
didn't know that was a thing.
I love that. I feel like I am
No,
one
it wasn't.
too. It kind of just depends
Yeah.
on the day.
I think, well, Adam, what do you think I am? An introvert or an extrovert?
Because so extroversion and introversion is how you obtain energy. So like if you are good in crowd, like if you get energy from people in crowd, then you're an extrovert. If you get more energy from being by yourself and you're able to process things, and you know, I don't even think it's a processing thing. I think it's like you just get energy by being by yourself or in a comfortable space by yourself, then you're more of an introvert because of the energy that you
What are
receive.
you if you have to hibernate?
Introvert.
What does that mean? Explain.
So I
Like a bear?
I like to hang out with people and party, not like hardcore party, but like have a good time and talk to strangers and whatever else. But when I go home, I might sleep for 20 hours.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I need to not, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't want to people.
I'm definitely like I feel like a lot of people that know me would be surprised to see that I'm I am an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
But like I will make plans and immediately regret them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't want to go. No interest in going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've canceled things.
I love a
because
good cancel plan.
I
Yeah.
make the plan and then I'm like, no, I really don't want to go.
I love when the other person cancels and then
Yeah.
I don't feel bad, but
Yeah.
I am so happy that I don't have to go.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
But I don't necessarily like want to be by myself. Like I would want to be with Adam.
Mhm.
Which I think is a part of introversion.
Yeah.
Like the people that you're I think it's the size of the crowd. So
Yeah.
like extroversion is with a large group of people.
But see, I'm fine
Introversion
in
is
like
small.
a concert, tons of people around me, totally fine.
If I got my loops in,
Go into a grocery store, hate it.
I love
Hate
grocery
every second
stores.
of
I
it.
hate grocery stores. I hate
I
the
love it.
people. I hate the carts. Why is everybody in my way?
I talk to all sorts of random people, especially when I'm drunk.
Same.
I don't have to be drunk.
And then I literally go into work and I will walk into a patient's room and talk to them like I've known them all
For
my
50
life.
million, yeah.
I don't like to do that at my job.
I do it all the time and it's totally fine. But then I go in different situations and I'm like, I'd rather not be here.
You know what my goal is every time I go through a drive-through?
To not use a high pitched voice because that's what mine is.
No. Mine is to make the day of the person that is taking my order, because
You
I know
make
there
everybody's day.
there are like crappy people that go through the drive-in, and I try to at least make them laugh, or like Starbucks, because I know they have the camera. I try to like smile and like be like, "Oh, how are you today?" and try not to have like
They
a really long
recognize my
conversation.
car and I need them to not do that.
Right. I think that's a you thing. But yeah, I feel like if anything, I'm here to make the person that I'm in like with, not even like romantic wise, but the person I'm sitting across from or in front of, to have a better day and not have to suffer through another person interaction.
That's a lot of pressure on me. I gotta focus on myself.
Do you, boo? Dude, there's a sound on TikTok. Like, I think it was a Schmidt and
Yep.
what's her
Cece?
name? No.
Winston?
Jess, when they were in the car.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you think about other people's feelings all the
I
time.
love that one.
It's so funny.
It's really hard.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I think this is the end of the podcast.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, this is an hour podcast. So we, again, as we said in the middle of this podcast as well, we love you guys. We appreciate that you give us a listen every week. And we just want to extend our hearts and our books and our love to you guys. So we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend after you listen, or whenever you do. If you want to follow us on any of our platforms, we are Lovers Library Pod on Instagram. We also are Lovers Library Book Club on Instagram, and we post pretty cool reels or just our thoughts on the books and things like that. We'd also love if you had any questions that you would DM us or put them in the comments of those videos. We'd love to answer them on any of our other couch conversations. We also have a Facebook book club as well, and it is Lovers Library Book Club that you can join. We talk about the books. We schedule different meetups in our city if you're around. Again, guys, we love you. We hope you have a great time, and we'll see you in the next podcast.
Happily ever after.
Bye.